last night I went to go see the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie with my partner, to be exact. They switch characters quite often. So we've got a lot to talk about. This is a spoiler review, so if you've not watched it yet, please do not watch this video. If you watch this video, you get spoiled, and if you've not seen it yet, we are not liable at all. In the nicest way possible, we are not liable. Yeah, the deaths were pretty gory. There was a guy that got killed underwater. The little marionettlings were so cute. I'm sorry, but they were also really creepy. Yeah, that's one of the props that got given away. At Comic-Con, I think, in America. Brilliant acting once again. I think this film definitely gave Vanessa more lore. Yeah, she's a girl with daddy issues, it's fine. We also got these really cool cups with some character toppers, which it was just so anticlimactic. Like, anticlimactic in a good way. And we also noticed that Doug came back. Doug from the last film, because he said, you're going to need a really good lawyer. The ending was very abrupt, but like that was a cliffhanger, and it makes me wanna like get the third film really badly now. Because for those who watch the movie that are listening to my review with this child over here, Vanessa got possessed by Charlotte, and what I found really interesting is that Charlotte was aggressive this time. She wasn't the protective kind of type like we know that she was, or can be, or is. So I just find it a bit interesting. It was a bit blunt how the guy died that got grabbed by Mangle. I like that Mike was in there. What else did we like about the film? The details. Yes. Speaking of, actually, that, I'm sure that was like a direct like throw in from the Silver Eyes trilogy, because I'm pretty sure the originals at some point in one of the books come in and like destroy them all, and like a different variant of animatronic, the Twisted Ones, I think. I could be wrong, but I believe that I remember that happening in the Silver Eyes. I love the details. There were so many details there. We gotta talk about those epic Easter eggs, which, by the way, I hear that the nightmares were in there somewhere. Apparently, Nightmare Chica was in the film, and I don't think anybody recognised. I didn't see her at all. It's probably just kind of some fake leak or something, I don't know. But we got a few major Easter eggs. We got, so like, the funniest one that made our entire cinema laugh was her. It was like an old plush, wasn't it, honey? Yes, I believe it was.
I'm sorry, but when Toy Freddy spoke, I could just say God, not Freddy. I couldn't hear anything else but him.
Yeah, I feel like Kellen maybe, and like the team in general, made Toy Freddy sound a little bit too glam rock Freddy-ish. I don't really know how to feel about Toy Bonnie's voice.
He's too fanboy for this one. You gotta kill him, guys.
I will say that I like the animatronics, like the models in themselves, but I think Toy Bonnie was a little too feminine. Say that for the mic, please. It was very, I want to say it was very spaced out this time, which I think, yeah, that's probably because of how quick it went. So it feels short-lived because the first sequence, they never actually, it was that big, they didn't give enough time for the other two sequences. What I loved was seeing Vanessa's point of view again, you know, seeing one of her dream sequences, see her regress into a child again, and how, I want to say, obsessive William Afton was over her. It makes me feel like, and I don't remember who said this, but it was somebody in the Discord server, it's almost like Vanessa was adopted. There's like a theory going around where Vanessa could have been adopted to replace Elizabeth, and that's because of the Easter egg we've still not talked about, which was Circus Baby. Yeah, that. That was so unexpected. Nobody even expected Circus Baby.
Didn't all the cinema gasp and like go, what?
I think so, yeah. The detail on that freaking baby. I'm sorry, it sounds weird to say, but it was so cool. Yeah, and I actually think that they will make more than 3 films now. Because there is no way that they're going to create Circus Baby, put her in the second film for like 3 seconds, and not bring her in like in any of the other films or anything. A theory I do believe in is that the other sister location characters could be coming back to in the third one, which would be really interesting to see. How would that work? How would Springtrap power them on? I don't think it would be another wireless connection, but oh yeah, something that gave us satisfactory was Michael Schmidt literally just ripping Balloon Boy's head off his body.
Yes.
Like, he deserved that. Balloon Boy can perish. Bro deserved that. He steals too many batteries in a year. One of my... Yes. One of my biggest theories is that if the toys got destroyed and, like, the wizards could all, like, because they're all shut down and stuff, they could be coming back as the Phantoms in the third film.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. My only question is how would that work soul-wise because of the Phantoms? Phantoms are ghosts, right? So, like, how would that work in the sense of... Because I would have thought that the Phantoms are, like, the ghost before the actual soul of the child. Do you see where I'm going with this stuff? Yeah. I've not got much else to say, really. I loved the start of it. I loved it all. They made the marionette so game accurate. I liked that we saw William Afton in the Spring Bonnie fixed suit luring the kids into the back room, which I do believe that kid we saw at the start of the film is Garrett, because of just how the kid looked. Yeah, Dylan, do you have anything to add? You had some theories, didn't you? Do you want to elaborate as to why you didn't like that the main villains looked like it was the toys? No. I mean, the Mangle car crash, though, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that flabbergasted most people. Like I said, the way the film ended was so abrupt. And it makes me want to get the third film now. Like, right this second, kind of now. And at the end of the credits was a little voice recording from Henry. Yeah. Where he left a message for Mike. And he sort of is hinting that, like, Afton's coming back. He'll be back. Which, speaking of, we actually saw Springtrap as a mid credit scene. So that just confirms it. We're getting 3 films. It's very, very recognizable. I actually heard that pre-production for FNAF 3 was already on the roll when we were waiting for FNAF 2 to come out.
What?
Yeah. Let's talk about our gripes with the film, I guess. Now that we're just doing this completely off script, so that's why we're not really saying much. What, honey, did you have anything wrong with the film? Anything at all? I mean, I think the toys could have deserved more lines. I don't like that Toy Chica got most of the lines. I mean, like I said, I think Toy Bonnie sounded a little too feminine for my taste. And I really, really wished that they gave Mangle a voice. Do you know how cool that would have sounded?
I think she did actually have a voice, but it was just very hard to hear.
Was it?
Yeah.
We'll have to rewatch it when it comes to home then.
So I could hear noises from her, and I was like,
that's one of the main details I liked the most. I keep saying that there are loads of these different bits, by the way, that I loved the most, but everything was so good. I can't actually choose a favourite bit of the film, but I think my favourite detail was, you know, seeing the Wizards in full active motion. The game mechanic that was added of that, I love that they did that. As into which, like, because that is what makes FNAF 2 in a way, in the games. So, because I'm a massive Five Nights at Freddy's 2 fan.
she converted me.
You know, that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 particularly has always sort of been one of my favourite top 3 FNAF games.
Glitch converted me.
Yeah, no, this child over here is now a part of our cult. There's no going back. But the fact we got to see the Wizard's perspective of them, like, scanning the mask and then confirming that, oh, that's not a human, that's an animatronic. We're going to bugger off and fuck off now.
I love how Foxy was like, I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he literally just collapsed on the desk, didn't he?
Yeah.
He sort of had a voice. He did like a gargle thing. Oh, and what's also confirmed for us is that the Wizards are prototypes. And I'm gonna say that might probably also confirm it for the games. That's just my opinion though. But because I had a theory a long time ago, so before I was on the internet doing internet related things, I once thought, what if the Wizards were prototypes? Like, because there were details on Chica, for example, that didn't line up to, like, you know, FNAF 1 variant Chica. Although, I don't know how much that would make sense, because in the games it was already confirmed that they were used to turn into the FNAF 1 animatronics. But still, it makes me so happy that my theory has been confirmed. Some of the things I heard that were speculated, mind blown, because they were right. They were so right. And Michael Afton being Vanessa's brother. It was me, Michael! I killed 6 children at Freddy Fazbear's.
Michael, don't leave me here. Michael, help me.
I think that's all we've actually got to say now, really. Literally, there was so much more that I liked this time, because the first movie was smaller. It was not as, I don't want to say grand, but like sort of, yeah, I'm gonna use the word grand. The first film wasn't as grand as this one was. So all I could say about the first film was that, you know, I liked the details. Whereas the second film, I loved more than just the details. I loved it all. And the Living Tombstone song, It's Been So Long, at the credits, that was amazing to hear. I think people were expecting that as well. Yeah, I think that's all we've got to say, really. So, in short, basically, honey, what's your rating? Good. Okay. I'm gonna give it a 9.5, 10 sort of ordeal, because, like I said, there are a couple of things that I wasn't very happy with. One of the adults looked very funnily like Max, by the way, from the first one. But that's a whole other topic I've got to discuss, I think. Yeah. 9.5. That one over there gives it a 10. Like I said, I give it a 9.5 because there are things that got added that I don't really agree with. I also, before we go, what's really, really cool that makes the FNAF 2 location unique in the film is that there was a river ride.
And somebody murdered in the river.
Yep.
More gory, by the way. Don't let your children watch this. And if you do, I will find you.
Okay then. But
I'm unfiltered.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was worried that children would get to see it last night, but
There was barely any kids.
no, I don't think there was any, was there?
There was children.
No. In which, to that I say, now that we end it off, be responsible parents. Don't. I mean, unless your kid has got a strong stomach. Not that there was anything overly gory, but...
Well, you do see a little bit of intestines, but that's it.
When?
In like one of the reflections, I'm so sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm so sure I saw someone's innards.
Did you rewatch it?
I swear I saw that. No, I'm just 18.
But yeah, unless your kid has got somewhat of a strong stomach, please do not let them watch this film. At least until it comes to home anyway, if you're gonna let them watch it. It's definitely scarier than the first one was. I like this film better than the first one. There was a lot of jump scares. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you on the glitch side.